So I'll be honest, this episode really hit me hard. Not just with how cringy it is, which helped, but in all honesty, this was the most relatable episode for me since Flight to the Finish. I'm not kidding. To make a long story short for those who aren't going to see this full review, replace Rainbow Dash with an Aspie person like myself, and the Wonderbolts calling Rainbow Crash, with a club, sports team, or even a group of friends said autistic person wants to be a part of for a long time, calling him or her stupid or something related to retarded because they made a bad impression. For those of you who need more, let's take a closer look. So the episode starts with Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo, which many people kind of overlook, but actually their interactions is far more important, or in my case more relatable, than people think. But more on that later. When Spitfire comes in telling Rainbow Dash she's a Wonderbolt now, which I'm a little indifferent with. Going off topic a bit, I always thought that something like this, Rarity Shop and the Crusaders getting their marks, I believe this would have happened at the end of the series, and sort of make it like it means the group is slowly drifting apart. Kind of a lesson that some friendships don't last forever and such, though at this point, I'm pretty much done expecting that. Moving on, Rainbow Dash reacts as you'd think, which was how I first reacted when, after I realized I wanted to make videos, I started to get some attention from a few higher rated YouTubers, and even earned some fan art for the first time. And then we get to the part where a lot of people who don't like this episode tend to overlook.
Don't forget rule number 1, newbie. Always check both ways before crossing the runway.
After that, Rainbow Dash starts to geek out, annoying Spitfire just a little, but overall the two are having a good time, bonding over something they both relate with. Much like myself when I first got into the rift, I was surrounded by like-minded people who wanted to talk and bond over the same thing I do. And for a while, when that was it, things were good. That is until, much like Rainbow Dash, I started to let the attention get to my head. Like how I might have taken a joke I was warned was getting annoying too far. Rainbow Dash forgets the top safety rule and attempts to stand out.
Hey, look out!
And then everyone starts to calling her Rainbow Crash after she causes an accident. Now, if it was for something like messing up a routine once or twice while they were practicing, I probably wouldn't have liked it as much. Instead, the cause of Rainbow's taunting is because of something she did after being clearly told not to do it, which is something I've been known for in the Rift as well. Okay, so while I admit replacing Crash with retarded is a bit of a stretch, keep in mind, it's not the only thing kids on the spectrum have been called that implies this, or any other kid that gets picked on, either by bullies or just by a group of friends having a good time. And it's the idea that it's not one particular word, it's the one word or name in general that's a person's trigger word. As shown as a fall, Rainbow Dash's word happens to be Crash. In my case, it happens to be stupid or retarded. And the more and more this episode carries on till the next commercial, the more and more angry I felt with the Wonderbolts on my first viewing. So unable to get rid of her nickname, I mean seriously, putting it on her jacket, she employs Scootaloo to try to help her win back her reputation. And yeah, this is also rather relatable to me and a couple other Aspie friends I know, which I've often, for lack of a better term, used people who still like me and are close to me to try to help improve my own image. I won't act like I'm proud of it, I am not, and I'm mostly happy that once my senses were slapped back into me, I was able to restore most of my friendships, though a lot of them still need a lot of patching up to do. So then we get to the ending, in which the Wonderbolts reveal that they all have embarrassing nicknames and try to showcase the moral, which is either the deal breaker or saving grace of this episode.
You guys all called me Rainbow Crash.
Yeah, so? My nickname's Clipper. You know why they call me that? Because I clipped my wing on a flagpole as I was landing on my first day.
Flat flip. My first day, I misjudged my landing, came down right on Spitfire's hoof.
Daisy. Slowpoke.
Hoof and mouth.
You don't want to know what they call me.
So the Wonderbolts say that they each had their own nicknames given to them for messing up as well when they first joined the ranks. And apparently the moral is something along the lines of, don't take teasing too seriously, and be happy with who you are. Now don't get me wrong, I am not saying picking on someone, or especially calling someone retarded is a good idea, even if it was done by you or a group before, it's not. What I am saying is that this is the episode on how one being called anything like this can take it. Either as something that's offensive that, if you allow it, can define and affect you, or something you can learn and grow from. allow Peter Dinklage to explain.
Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you.
Life is never going to be easy. Things like this are going to happen. But what I think this episode is able to do brilliantly is how one can go about life. So for that I say, stop complaining. Try to be more respectful to people. It's not a bad thing to say how you're feeling if you're just as aware of the people you want to be friends with, rules and customs as well. Perhaps then we could have a better community if both sides try just as hard as the other. Otherwise, the bullies will just keep on bullying, while those who are victims are just going to feel worse, and maybe even feel as if they have to do more or worse just to feel better about themselves or to stand out. So instead, let's try to act a little less selfish. Let's try not to be so sensitive towards things, and learn just to laugh instead. And perhaps your next friend outing doesn't have to be as cringy as this episode.